Good morning, students. Welcome back to our class.
And now we are entering into today's lesson. Before that, we should know what is history. What is history? History is the study of recorded events of the past in a chronological order. What is a chronological order? If the events are arranged in order by the time it's happened is called chronological order. The term history has been derived from the Greek word historia, which means learning by inquiry. And if you see the classification of history, we can divide the history into two. First, prehistory and later history. Prehistory means the period of time before written records, and later history, the recorded documents of events. And if you take our Indian history, we can classify it into three: the ancient period, the medieval period, and the modern period. Based on the religion of the rulers who ruled the country in that particular time, we can classify it into three. That is, the Hindu age, the Muslim age, and the British age. Because of the necessity of the historian, they change into ancient period, medieval period, and the modern period. Today, we are going to learn about medieval period. We can classify the medieval period into two: Common Era 700 to 1200 are classified as early medieval period, and Common Era from 1200 to 1700 are classified into later medieval periods. Now we are going to learn about sources of medieval India. What are sources? Sources are the supporting materials, documents, or records in the form of evidence that help to reconstruct the past. We can divide sources of medieval India into two, that is, primary sources and secondary sources. If you take primary sources, it includes inscriptions, monuments, and coins. What are primary sources? The sources which gives first information is called primary sources. The next one, secondary sources. Secondary sources, it includes literary works, chronicles, travelogues, biographies, and autobiographies. What are secondary sources? It's writing of some travelers who visited our country. In this class, we are going to learn about primary sources. Now we are going to see about inscriptions. What are inscriptions? Inscriptions are writings engraved on the surfaces. If you write anything on the paper, it will be damaged easily, isn't it? But if you engrave anything on a solid surface, it will be long lasting. So inscriptions are writings engraved on the solid surfaces such as rocks, stones, temple walls, and metals. What are the informations we can see on it? It gives informations about the king's royal decrees, dedications, donations, and monuments. What is royal decrees? It is the order passed by the king. What is dedication? It describes how they served for the people. And if you take donations, donations are the gifts
offered by the king. And in the inscriptions, we can see various types of land gifted by the Chola king. Now we are going to see about the various types of land gifted by the Chola king. Now see the types of land gifted by Chola kings. First one, Velan Vage. It's a land of non-Brahmins properties. And the next one, Brahmadeya. It's a land gifted to Brahmins. Then Shalaboga. It's a land for the maintenance of a school. Devadana. It's a land gifted to temples. And the last one, Pallichandam. It's a land donated to Jaina institutions. And now we are in the last part of this session. Now see the assignments carefully. Next class we'll check the answer. Okay children, bye.